Man, good morning to everybody, first of all. Second of all, we're going to go ahead and touch down on a story. It is related to marijuana, but I want to clarify something real quick. A lot of individuals utilize stuff like this to demonize marijuana. Why? Because marijuana itself, when people ingest it, it doesn't lead to rape and murder, homie. And there's thousands of documented cases in regards to alcohol, Xanax, antidepressants, meth, hard dope, pharmaceuticals, liquor. It doesn't matter what it is. Every substance aside from marijuana on an annual basis results in thousands of cases revolving around rape and murder, all right? Violence, mayhem, chaos, bro. Not marijuana, though. It simply doesn't cause it. The government wanted to try to demonize it for ages. They developed a Reefer Madness campaign to attempt to demonize it. The government literally could not find one documented case of marijuana solely in itself, not alongside any other substance, causing murderous mayhem or rampages. It doesn't do that, man. So they try to find other ways to demonize it, and this is one of those ways. We know that if anything is valuable, if anything is worth a lot of money or resources, I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's damaging or not. Individuals are going to have an interest in it, man. A good example would be the stock market. Watch. Stocks. They're worth a lot of money. People kill their own family when the stock market crashes. I'm not exaggerating, bro. This is documented and irrefutable on numerous occasions. People have woken up to check their stocks to see how they're doing. The stock market crashes, they lose a lot of money, and they lose their minds immediately. And they murder everybody, including themselves, bro. Literally, in their household or residence. This is insanity, okay? Now, are stocks dangerous and evil and of the devil? No, fool. But of course, anything with extreme or immense value is going to cause people to act irrationally or to attempt to capitalize on it. And if their finances are at stake and they feel like they have to murder somebody to preserve their finances, they're going to do that. It doesn't bear any relation in particular to whether or not it's marijuana or the stock market. You feel me? It's capitalist greed. So don't allow anybody to utilize marijuana in itself as an excuse or a scapegoat for this chaos. Don't allow them to demonize marijuana and say that, hey, man, if you allow people to smoke weed, you allow people to grow it or whatever, it's just going to cause nothing but evil chaos. Come on, bro. This is capitalist greed. This is desensitization to murder, homie. This is a lack of sympathy. This is sociopathic mayhem and mental gymnastics being performed in the minds of the masses. The same kind of thing can be said in regards to guns. Homie, guns are not the problem, okay? People think that, a lot of people think if you take guns away from everybody, there's not going to be any more school shootings or violence. That's insanity, bro. You got parents drinking vodka, taking Xanax, popping antidepressants, and popping Seroquel and Trazodone and Ambien to sleep at night. They're not coherent. They're not solution-based. They're not efficient. They're not role models. They put their kids on synthetic speed, homie, if they're not doing well in school, ADD medication, so on and so forth. So the last thing they're doing is being present in the kid's life, leading by example. They aren't. And then they put their kid on dope, synthetic dope. So this is insane, homie. Insanity. And then you turn around and blame everything on a gun? Don't blame marijuana. Don't blame guns. Let's utilize logic and solution-based thinking, bro. Let's be the solution. Let's be the change that's required instead of pointing somewhere else, homie, and using a scapegoat. That's what everybody's doing. Demonizing immigrants, minorities, guns. You know what I mean? It's insanity. And marijuana, too. Now, I wanted to clarify that real quick. Let me read you the story, man. 7 people were shot to death early Monday, September 7th, at a home in the unincorporated Riverside County community of Agwanga, authorities reported. The victims were found in a residence in the 45,000 block of Highway 371 in what was reportedly a house being used to grow illegal marijuana, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department reported. Now, investigators found more than 1,000 pounds of marijuana and several hundred marijuana plants at the location. At 12:33 a.m., deputies were called to investigate a possible deadly assault when they entered the home and found a woman with several gunshot wounds. The sheriff deputies then discovered 6 victims at the same home with gunshot wounds. All 6 died at the location. The woman was taken by paramedics to a local hospital where she later died from her injuries. A suspect or suspects in the killings had not been found and remained at large Monday night. Detectives from the Sheriff's Central Homicide Unit and from its Hemet Station were gathering evidence. Investigators are currently working on leads. Read a statement from the Sheriff's Department. Read a statement, okay. Corporal Lionel Murphy of the Sheriff's Department would not provide further details on Monday night. It is an ongoing investigation. In a press release attributed to Sergeant Richard Carroll, the authorities said the killings appears to have been an isolated incident and there's no threat to the general public. Well, there you go. That's at least a little bit of logic. Instead of saying marijuana's causing everybody to die, they're like, it's an isolated incident, homie, and it doesn't present any real threat to the public. Wow, what a concept, bro. Keep that in your mind. Also, if you feel like demonizing weed. Guanga is a remote community located 18 miles east of Temecula and 22 miles southeast of Hemet with a population of 1,120. It's a small town, obviously, real small. It is in Southern California, but it's kind of in the rural Californian wilderness, if I'm correct, right? And 6 people got dusted, homie. Something went wrong. It was either, check this out. If it was a robbery, you think everything would be cleaned out. You think there wouldn't be a lot of weight left over or whatever, right? It's probably a personal disagreement or something based upon finances and greed. It is what it is, and it happens a lot. Look at Hollywood. Look at all these famous celebrities. Look at the politicians. Where they're insane. They literally start wars based upon finances, fame, and wealth and power. This shit's insane, bro. So we gotta recognize that it's greed, homie. It's a lack of evolving past fame, sex, and money. It's the fact that we still live for our impulses and desires, like overgrown, world-destroying toddlers from the bowels of Satan's colon tract that keeps perpetuating on his mayhem, homie. It is not okay to be in murderous competition with one another to see who can satisfy themselves the most or have the most, bro. That's crazy. We're not kindergartners on a playground somewhere. We're grown men and women. This is supposed to be a functioning society, and the planet ain't magically invincible. We're gonna destroy this bitch if we don't get it together. It's time to unite and evolve. Real shit, homie.